active pirate ship in the north end zone, we can only be in one place, and that's Raymond James Stadium in Tampa. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Minnesota Vikings and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And, Charles, you take a look at this Buccaneer ball club. Now, losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Vikings, they too were losers last week, so they're also hoping to get back in the win column.
Something's got to give in this one, right? Both teams want to start a new streak, and they both want it to be a victory. This should be a fun one.
They'll try the ground game here with the running back. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. And a look at the offense that is hoping to put some points up in bunches here in this one. And on 2nd and 10 now. They'll run it now out of the gun. And an alley to run. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. Smart approach there, using the run to pick up the first. And that was a defensive setup they prepared for this week, knowing that keeping it on the ground was the best way to attack it.
And that means also that they're able to read them pretty well. All the things they prepared for, when they get to the line of scrimmage, they see it in pre-snap recognition and know exactly how to attack based on their planning and preparation.
And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. A gain of 3, second down. And that linebacker group today could be very key.
As we were preparing for this game, you pointed out to me as we were watching film that the linebackers look like an elite unit. I agree with you totally. They move around, fly to the football, and take it away from offenses.
And they'll go on the ground. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
The goal of every offense is to move the chains, pick up first downs. A nice job finding an open receiver for a completion.
Let's go. 3-19.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
A 1-yard gain can look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down. A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And they do get him down, but not before he reaches the 4-yard line.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
He'll look to throw. That's caught at the 1. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. And defensively, these corners struggled last week. They're struggling again here early on the opening drive.
And you know that was not unnoticed on tape. So when they saw their struggle last week, guaranteed they went right into the game plan, attack them early, see if they're going to play any better, and if not, you keep the pressure on them until things change.
Here's the option going right. And he's not going to push his way forward. He's going to be stopped at the 2-yard line. No gain on the play, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
So if I'm an offensive coordinator, there's one thing that I know for sure. This is one of the top 5 teams in the NFL against the run. So when I look at my playlist, I'm probably thinking about throwing it.
Looking to cash in on this opening drive. Here's 3rd and goal. They'll look to throw here. And this is going to be incomplete.
Partner, how many times have you heard it? Pressure creates diamonds, right? But it also bursts pipes. And on that one, that's what they got. They got after him, and he was fortunate just to get rid of it.
Yeah, he just had to chuck it away. And the 13-year man puts it through, and the Bucs take the 3-0 lead. And, Charles, they get the field goal. Took him a dozen plays, though.
Work with me on this one. You know what I'm about to say, right? Bend but don't break. That's what came into play here for the defense. 12 plays were run at them. They only gave up 3 points. In a lot of ways, that's a win for the defense.
Try and start this drive in the air. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards. They were ready for what the defense was showing. They had prepared for that look, recognized it, went straight to the air, got the first. Well done.
Love the recognition because you can prepare for everything. You can watch the tape and put together your game plan, but you still have to understand what they're doing in terms of what they're showing and be able to adjust accordingly, and they did exactly that.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
And he'll give it here to his running back. He showed off the athletic juke, but it didn't buy him a whole lot of real estate. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4. Third and 4.
Hey, watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And the return stops at the 39-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Clock running, under a minute to go now here in a fast-moving first quarter. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of down.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. And he's going to take it down to about the 35 here.
Illegal block in the back. Offense. Still first down.
Watch two. Trip.
Let's go. B-19. Now a play fake here on first down. He's got time. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It's a pickup of 14 there. And it's good enough for a Tampa Bay first. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Bucs in possession of the football as we begin the second quarter. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. And they'll run it here. They find some open field here. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 14 there. And it'll give the Bucs a first down.
I thought guys that were over 30 weren't supposed to run the football this well in the National Football League. How about that veteran leadership? A big-time run combined with some nice blocking by his offensive line, showing that the ins and outs of being a veteran still has his place in this league. His odometer is not totally turned over yet.
And he'll get this down only to the 18. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Typically on the read option play, when we talk about responsibilities, we're talking about what the quarterback has to go through. How about the inside linebacker, though? His job on this play, shadow the quarterback and hold him to a short gain. Did it to perfection.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. And the Vikings are going to beef up their secondary here. 6 DBs on 3rd. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he's wrapped up. Taken down. Back at the 25. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack. And it's going to lead him to 4th down. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. He connected on his first. This from 41. And Aguayo's kick is good. And that will double their lead as it's up to 6. So that scores now on their first 2 possessions, but it's 6-0. Probably not the kind of scores they were hoping for.
No, not at all, but I think that they've shown that they can have some success against this defense. So they'll go back to the sideline knowing the points are going to be there for the taking.
Roberto Aguayo following the made field goal, set now to kick this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. So there on that play, offensively, they ran the crossing route. Defense was in zone coverage, so as a former DB, how tough is it to defend that?
It's really difficult because your natural inclination is to chase the receiver and maybe leave your zone. So you have to have discipline in order to talk to your other coverage guys and let him know that receiver's crossing from your zone to the next zone. He's coming your way. Make sure you have him. And then when the ball is actually thrown, secure the tackle. When they're moving on crossing routes, if you miss a tackle, it usually results in a big play.
Back to throw here. And they can't get the long connection as it falls incomplete. The offense in that middle ground here on third down, 3rd and 5. 5 wides in the game, 4 of them to the right side. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And he comes back with one complete. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. A solid gain of 15 yards and the sticks move.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
Check. No. Check. Patriot. Here we go. Patriot now. Barney. Here we go now. Good.
He'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. He'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. They give him 15 more, and it's another first down. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it. Now the confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football. But you do say, guess what? We can throw it. We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
He's got his man on the crossing route. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. Third down and 3. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They brought in an extra defensive back here, so probably not expecting a run on 3rd and 3.
A good call.
Looking to throw. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Their dangerous wide receiver. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Vikings have tied it. They can grab the lead with a PAT.
Boy, that route is really tough to cover because if they're running it correctly, you think it's really going to be a slant.
Yeah, well, we talk all the time about how it's tough to execute offensively, but you're saying, don't forget, it's tough to cover for the defense, too.
Yeah, the number one thing that you're taught is to not get caught inside or get beat inside. So you guard that a little bit more. So that gives you a little bit more space to operate outside if you start your move initially inside if you're a receiver.
Fielded about a yard deep. Oh, a little 360. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And it'll be a terrific return here as he gets it down all the way inside the 30.
Return team. Automatic first down.
And the 2-minute warning lurking. This will probably be the last play before we hit it.
Yeah, they want to get themselves in position to score in this last shot before the clock hits.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We'll come back to Tampa after this timeout. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Larry Ridley will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Now we're going to get a timeout. Appears we've got an injured Buccaneer. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. And the Vikings with an extra defender in the secondary on third.
Playing coverage here.
They'll drop to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. And now they're in the hurry-up. They go play action here on first down. Finding time. Look at that. No escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up second. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's got time in the pocket. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
Hey, the defense is in this game as well. They wanted to make it a tough third down. They were able to do so on that last play, preventing a big gain.
Yeah, they've got an extra defensive back out there now on 3rd and 13. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Surveying the field. Great protection. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
And right now I take my rudimentary kindergarten skills and draw where the tackle box would be, because that was close. I thought he was in the tackle box. He has to be very careful where he gets rid of the football from that spot.
Yeah, they say there was a receiver in the area, though.
Yeah. There's always a receiver in the area.
And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. And the Vikings now heading onto the field. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way, because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. 5 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 2nd down. And the offense moving quickly to the line. They're going to look to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. And the Bucs with an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he fires one, but incomplete.
I'm not sure we can spot any tendency here on this 3rd down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
This is away, and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Well, at least he was able to break that initial contact, or it could have been a loss.
Yeah, give credit to the defensive player, though. What did he do? Made him slow down, slow up his feet, and allowed the rest of the guys to get there to finish him off.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. So we hit halftime with our visitors, the Vikings, taking the lead to the locker room. As we sit, well, we're going to let you off a little easy there, LR. Halftime interrupted, and we are ready to get to this third quarter. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the third. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the third quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the second half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
They'll look to throw here. He's going to let this one go deep. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. He's got time. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
3rd down now following the completed pass. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. And now out comes Minnesota. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
second down following the run. They come out with one back and three tight ends.
No. Check. Patriot.
They'll need to get the play off quickly. Now they'll run it on the toss. Cuts it out to the sideline. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line.
At halftime, you had to feel like the defense had to be in a good position. They had to feel good about themselves. They'd had this guy boxed in all game long, but after that run, that might be the breakthrough that he's looking for. Now they may have some difficulty dealing with him the rest of today.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And he finds a man on the crossing route. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Here we go. Green, 39.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And that is incomplete here. Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's second down.
All right, here we go. Good.
And they give this time to the tailback. And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll push his way up to about the 14. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Switch it up here and look to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's 3rd down.
A missed opportunity for an interception would have killed off a drive. They had a chance there to finish things off. Didn't get it done. I guess that's why a lot of those guys do not play offense.
This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. Time running out here on the play clock. So 3rd and 7 and an extra defensive back on the field here.
Definitely want to play coverage here.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
3rd down is the down. Both sides know they absolutely have to win. And the name of the game for the defense is pressure on the quarterback. But pressure on the quarterback with contact, that's how you end up winning it.
And his kick is good. And they bump the lead up to 4 now at 10-6. So the drive stalls out, but they are able to put 3 points on the board.
Yeah, just a yard or two shorter than an extra point. So no problems converting there.
Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. And the Vikings defense ready to head back out there now. They got the stop last time that resulted in a punt, and then it resulted in 3 for their offense.
And this is one time where the defense won't get credit for creating points, but that's exactly what they did. All right, forced them into a punt, turned it over to their offense, and guess what? Points went on the board.
Points went on the board, 3 of them. Now they'll be looking for another stop. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
One of the feature points of the end route is being able to make a nice throw to the middle part of the field. And for a quarterback, that's one of the better throws and better looks that he'll get. But he has to be careful not to wait too long and let his receiver wander into some tough territory. If he's late with the ball, he can get his receiver hit and hit hard.
He'll drop to throw. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Boy, he came in off the edge so quickly there.
Look out, because that's exactly what it was being shouted by the offensive lineman to his quarterback, because he had no chance to block him.
Single. 86 on the go.
Here we go now. To 319. Back 99 Philly. Here we go.
Rush it.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he takes this one just shy of midfield all the way to the 49.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Back now in Tampa. It's Buccaneer football, but they've got work to do. They find themselves behind here to start the fourth quarter. Back to throw now on first down. He'll find his man on the comeback route. Complete. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball.
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
Let's go. 319.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
When you see zone defense and you know you got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Let's go. All right, now look at 56.
They'll look to throw again. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 18 yards there, and it'll be a first and goal. And there they went crossing route against the zone defense. What do you think of that?
It takes real coordination between the passer and the receiver because you've got to read those zones and where the open spots are and be on the same page with the guy throwing the football. Because sometimes you're throwing it in front of the zone. Sometimes you're throwing it between the zones. Sometimes the receiver's going to just kind of find a spot and what we call sit down and present himself to the quarterback and throw it there. It's a tough read, but when they're in sync, it's really effective.
So that's the word from the referee. Neutral zone infraction, 5 yards.
And, of course, the defense is always pointing at the offense about how they drew them across. Flag goes against the defenders on that one.
And the offense inside the 5 here at the 4. It's first and goal. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down.
Sometimes as a defense, when you're defending the pass, play after play, you get tired chasing the quarterback, especially the defensive lineman. So when they actually run the football, it's almost a relief.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, nice spin.
Oh, that brought back bad memories.
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard there, and that'll bring us to 3rd and goal. So this is the second consecutive week, as you look at the numbers, that he just doesn't seem to have the same pop as we normally see him with.
Is there an injury we don't know about?
That's what I'm wondering.
Because that's a legitimate question right now. We're used to speed, power, all coming together. And what I've always loved about him is his vision. You know, last week he didn't have that as well. Always thought he was picking the wrong hole to try and run through. And his blockers, they seem to be getting him to the right place, but he picked the wrong spot. We're seeing some of that again this week. Can they snap it together? Can they get back in sync? Because normally we see them go together very, very well.
Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal. 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Got to try it here. He's back, and he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. Their big tight end with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Bucs have taken the lead here in the 4th.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it worked very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
And now out comes Minnesota. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him with contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him with contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
Toe bashed it.
that. Super tough.
Detroit! Here we go now. Green 39.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he's got some space here. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line.
Well, that's why the guy with the headsets is down there. All right, they know what they're doing because they got stuffed on a running play on first down. And I think myself and probably the fans were saying throw the football in this situation. But he knew what he was doing, called another run, and now they've got 3rd and short.
And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
Set. 319. 319. Back up in that 40.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Steps away to his left. Give him 7 on the play, and it'll make it 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Let's go. Boom. Over.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Here we go. Green 39. Green 39. Leopard.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get Get him out in the flat and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Time starting to run out here in the fourth. This defense just trying to keep the offense off the board and preserve this potential victory. They'll look to throw here on first down. Dancing to his left. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. It'll be a gain of 9, and it'll be second and about a yard.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable second and short.
The play fake. He'll look to throw. Rolling to his right. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I tell you, you don't have press conferences when you sign guys like this. He's been a real difference maker so far. That's now 2 interceptions for him in the game. And when you're getting contributions up and down your 53-man roster, you're going to be all right.
And that will be caught, but out of bounds. Out of bounds, ruled incomplete here. Time is starting to run out, really becoming a factor. We'll see if the defense can get the stop they need to get the ball back to the offense.
All right, here we go. Green, 39.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And it's a fumble, and the Vikings pick up the football. And they're set up in a golden position here right around the 10-yard line.
I know when you're looking at the scoreboard clock, we're getting near the end of this game, but they were in what was really called 4-minute offense, and that's practice, being taking care of the football, taking time off the clock, not giving them a chance to come back. But bottom line is, what did I say in the beginning? Taking care of the football. That didn't happen.
Didn't do it. A costly turnover. And now out comes Minnesota. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because his confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And they're knocking on the door. Second and goal now in a one-score game. And they give this time to the tailback. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. He picks up 7 yards there, but they're still faced with a difficult third and goal here.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Vikings have taken the lead here in the fourth quarter.
And touchdown, and congratulations, and 0 relaxation ahead of them, right? Way too much time on the clock for them to start celebrating.
Yeah, part 1 is done, but now on the sideline, you can already see them scrambling down there. They're getting those defensive guys ready.
Yes, you have to get those guys ready, and you also have to talk to your special teams guys. Make sure the kickoff is exactly what you want.
Now on the return, oh no, the ball is loose. And the Vikings pick up the football. And this defense has broken it open as they return it to the house for 6. So problems here on special teams, and it results in the scoop and the score.
They talk all the time on special teams about keeping your head on a swivel, trying to see the whole field. Hard to do when things are going that fast, bodies all over the place. You're just trying to find the right guy to align yourself with. On that play, wow.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Minnesota defense, we watch them get set to roll. Forced the fumble last time, up on the scoreboard, things going their way.
Things are rocking easy now, and they feel good about themselves, confident, taking the ball away in the last possession. They're going to try and do it again.
So let me ask you, can you be playing free and that can be good, or it can also become bad, right?
I like the way you put it. You're exactly right. It can work both ways. Sometimes you get too loose and give up big plays and not handle your responsibilities. But oftentimes when you're playing free and easy and locked in, as they are today, you see the end result.
Looking to throw. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. Well, not the position they want to be in. Still a very, very small chance here, but they almost need a miracle.
Agreed. That means they've got to get it to the sidelines, get out of bounds, and preserve clock.
He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. They go play action here on first down. Finding time. He's going to let it fly. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had to fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. Play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Muscles him off. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's third.
We just saw another example of really good defensive football, which has led to the cushion that they have in this game. Got to him once again, knocked him on the ground, forced an incompletion.
Yeah, they've set the tone. It's one thing to set the tone, another to come in here on the road and set the tone. And the offense looking to pick up the first down after the second down incompletion. And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Third down, 15 yards still needed. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
Well, that drive wasn't a case of wanting to put points on the board. It was needing to, having to, and they didn't get it done.
Yeah, didn't get it done, and now you look at the situation and the point differential, 2 scores, pretty much game, set, match.
How about the takeaway, though, huh? How about those defensive guys?
Now a handoff here to his running back. And able to push it. And now the Bucs deciding to take a timeout defensively. The defense, they got a little bit of a breather. Now they're back and set as we resume play. 2nd and 5.
Double tight, guys, double tight. Over! Let's go! Here we go.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. Well, the Buccaneers go ahead and take another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
Detroit! Watch it now, Barney!
Looks like the defense in press coverage here.
Here we go.
That one looks like he'll throw here. They'll roll him out right. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. Well, interceptions have been a problem in this one. If he could have gotten his feet down here, it would have been another.
Would have been a huge one. They've had a great game taking the ball away. Thought they had another one. just unable to get those cleats in bounds.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down. And now following that timeout, the defense back out onto the field. And this defense looks for one more stop here on 3rd after the run. They come up in an offset eye. And they'll go on the ground. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the 1st down marker was and getting there.
Let's go.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility.